favorite drivers here. Here's Marshall. Marshall Nicholson, he is making his grandpa proud. He's on the 1954 Model 60 John Deere, and it was restored by his grandpa Norbert and Marshall, and it's painted by Scott Nicholson, his dad. It's owned by Marshall. Nothing runs like a Deere. Thank you, Marshall. Behind Marshall, we have Lathan Block. And Lathan is driving a Farmall 8 1942. And Lathan is the son of Steve and Beth Block of Still City. Thanks, Lathan. And Steve is driving a 57 John Deere. Thank you very much. Steve's from right here in Endicott. So's Randy. Our next entry is Gary Schmidt, and he's driving a 1951 Super 8 Farmall International tractor, and I think he's probably still farming with it. Thank you for coming, Gary. Thank you. Okay, now we have Richard Krause, and Mitzi is now 21 years old, and Mitzi doesn't miss a parade, neither does Richard, and now he has a new one along with him, Hitch, and I've been told that Hitch came from Endicott, that Bob James, okay, gave you the dog, so we have an Endicott rider now. Thank you for coming. Okay, next we have Eleanor Krause, who comes every year, and she is representing the American Cancer Society and celebrating birthdays. Celebrate every birthday. Thank you, Eleanor. Okay, next we have start of the Lyle Graff Tractor Parade. And the first one is Lyle, and he has his grandson with him, Trevor, and this is a 1951B. It was bought new from Wally Riddle 60 years ago, so he thought this was an appropriate time to bring this over for the 60th. Thank you, Lyle. The next tractor owned by Lyle is a 1953 50 John Deere and driven by Art Dudson of Fairbury. Thank you. Our next one is a 1947 W.C. Ellis, restored by his grandson Skylar Graff of Hollenberg, Kansas. And the last Graff one is 1959 John Deere 730 LP. And it's driven by Clint Graff, and I think he has his son Tragan riding along, and they're from Hollenberg, Kansas. And here comes the Shark Bus. And I assume Mitch Maxey, no, Richard Roden is driving. And each year they put on a production right over here at Town Hall. And I think they're having a production in March, but they have a problem. Cheryl says they need a director. She's not going to direct this one. So if anybody has any interest in directing the play, get a hold of Cheryl Maxey. And also, they will be having, on October 22nd, the Haunted Hayrack Ride, which is very popular here in Endicott. So October 22nd, come on over, and it's pretty scary.
I know, that would be fun.
Okay, I think this is the start of the young adult Sunday school class. Is that right? Okay. And what we have in the baseball cards, they are hauling some of the young adult Sunday school class of the Endicott United Methodist Church in 1951, who in conjunction with Reverend Fred and Darlene Winter organized and worked together on the first Lord's Acre Day at Endicott. The 51 members, which are now known as the Golden Oldies, according to them, their class, it would be Bob and Jane Bakewell, Phil and Donna Mulkey. Donna, I think, is in one of the cars. Junior and Doris Thornberger here. Dale and Doris Nitzel were part of the class. Doyle and Alvira Rogers. Kent and Marge Wilkinson are here today. Car may be getting pulled over and probably should be, but it has Laura Alsman driving. She works at the Fairbury Journal News, and she works for MSA Promotions. The car is a 68 Ford Torino GT that her and her husband Gary have been restoring, and it's being driven today by Laura, and the passenger, I believe, is Chris Riggle. So, and it's sponsored by MSA Promotions, your marketing specialist for the area. So give Laura a call. You are going to get picked up. Next we have Rural Fire from Steel City. They do a very good job in the area, and today we have Steve Block, the father of Miss Cara Beth, Miss Jefferson County, and one of her brothers, Lyndon Block, and I believe Trevin Lykin. So thank you for coming. Next we have Kevin Schmidt coming through. He has the trash service in the area now, Schmidt Sanitation. And if you're roofing or doing any kind of remodeling, you need a big dumpster. He has huge dumpsters plus any trash pickup. And give Kevin a call, and he would be glad to come to your place. So 402-729-5514. Call Kevin and he'll haul it off for you. Support we receive each year, and we'll be starting off with Cody and Kara Riggle. Each year they graciously carry the flags through for us. Thank you guys. Next up are our parade marshals, Bob and Jane Bakewell, longtime members of the United Methodist Church here in Endicott, and they are always very good about bringing through some of the collector cars, and you'll see quite a few of them in the parade this year. Thank you, Bob and Jane. And that's definitely the right song. Following Bob and Jane is our Endicott Choir. This group is great. They sing to us year-round. They never take a break, and we appreciate it. It's the highlight of our church service each Sunday. Thank you, gals.
Hey, Larry, floor it.
I think we have Betty Novotny, Vivian Huffman, Lori Phelps, Cheryl Roden, Wanda Talbot, and Jan Troxel, and they are going to sing us a song.
I am the church, you are the church, we are the church together. All who follow Jesus all around the world, yes, we're the church together. The church is not a building, the church is not a steeple, the church is not a resting place, the church is the people. I am the church,
Pastor Warren said since the train came through, he thought you have to do it again. Guess not. Our next float is Greg Bakewell, and his riders are Melissa, Cody, Kelly, and Tommy. And each year he comes down with the Possum Valley Commercial Club float. And you can look these guys up later. They'll be serving the homemade ice cream over at Park Shelter. Thank you very much.
Cool, sure.
Each year, Lauren puts together a float for us and takes it through some parades in the area, and to let people know that we're celebrating Lord's Acre, and looks like granddaughter Susie is driving through. Thank you very much, Susie.